When you buy something for your home or family, you assume it's safe. After all, somebody's probably testing these things and paying the closest attention to products for children and infants.
But we've learned the federal agency that's supposed to protect you faces major obstacles before it can reveal a product on the market is causing injuries or even deaths. CBS News consumer correspondent Usher Kariche explains the safety secret.
He was very playful, always smiling like me, curly hair. I mean, he loved to be held, he loved to be noticed. He was just a happy baby.
3 days before Christmas in 2017, Keenan Overton's 5-month-old baby Ezra went to sleep for the last time.
I mean, there's no real way to know until you just try to pick up your baby and get no responses.
Little Ezra had suffocated in his inclined sleeper.
What was that moment like for you?
It was the worst day of my life, obviously. I mean, I broke my hand into the refrigerator.
Baby Ezra was not the first infant to die in a Fisher-Price Rock and Play sleeper, and he wouldn't be the last. Over the course of a decade, dozens died. Hundreds were injured. But neither the company nor the U.S. government had issued a warning or recall.
This is a national scandal.
At a congressional oversight hearing in June of last year, Fisher-Price and its owner Mattel revealed the death toll was much higher than the company had originally reported 3 years earlier.
How many children have died totally?
Today, we are aware of approximately, I believe it is the number is currently 97. Although those numbers change, as we are also finding that some of the products that have been attributed to the Rock and Play were not Fisher-Price or inclined sleeps.
For years, what was happening to these babies was a deadly secret, held inside this nondescript building in a Washington, D.C. suburb. It's where the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission is responsible for overseeing millions of products. They test and collect complaints, but are often forced to stay silent about potential dangers, thanks to a little-known clause added in 1981 to the Consumer Product Safety Act, Section 6B.
There's no other public safety agency that has similar restrictions on them that 6B places on us.
CPSC Chairman Alexander Hohen-Sark, appointed last year, says part of Section 6B requires his agency to get a company's approval before it can release any information about a product to the public, including warnings or recalls. It's something 6B advocates say may protect a company's reputation from unfounded complaints.
In the end of the day, good companies will work with us.
But he says some companies don't, even when their products may be hazardous to the public. The agency's recourse? Take them to court, a process that can take months, even years.
Section 6B sort of provides that roadmap for how they can game the system.
But that's not how it works at other federal agencies. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration can force recalls of vehicles for dangers like faulty airbags. And the Food and Drug Administration will order potentially tainted food off store shelves.
It's not acceptable.
Congresswoman Jan Schakowsky of Illinois helped introduce the Sunshine Product Safety Act. It would change Section 6B to lift what she describes as a gag rule.
These are preventable deaths that we see, preventable injuries. A decision was made some time ago to stand in the way of really doing something about it. Well, I think time's up.
10 years after the Rock and Play hit store shelves, bringing in $200 million in sales, details about the rising death and injury numbers were leaked to the public.
We begin right now with some breaking news. Fisher-Price has recalled all models of its Rock and Play sleeper.
It was only then, according to the congressional investigation, that Fisher-Price agreed to recall the sleeper, allowing the feds to finally alert the public. In a statement to CBS News, Fisher-Price maintains that their sleeper was safe when used according to instructions, and they voluntarily recalled it and removed it from the market.
2, 1.
Today, as Keenan and his new fiancée are expecting a baby boy, he says he'll always think of Ezra as a hero.
Had he not, fallen victim to that device, who knows, it could have still been on the market today. And it could have still secretly been taking lives because he wasn't the first to lose his life in it.
So I'd imagine there are products on the shelves right now that you've gotten complaints about that you can't tell the public about?
Because of our statute and the way it operates, if I heard about a product hazard this morning, I couldn't tell you about that.
Hospital records show tens of thousands of people are killed in the U.S. and 30 million more suffer injuries related to products each year. But in Florida over the last decade, the CPSC has only received about 350 reports directly from consumers regarding serious injuries or deaths related to products. That's why the agency wants anyone who's seen a hazard to report it to them at saferproducts.gov. Your reporting could help trigger an investigation that leads to a warning or recall. I'm Usher Qureshi, CBS 4 News.